Oh, there it is. Let me erase that. Beautiful. Good to see you, Rolf. How are you, man?
Good to see you. Good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How have things been with you since we last spoke? I know it's been a couple of weeks since we touched base. It's really good that Michael set up that group chat for us. I love that, you know?
Yeah, it's really helpful. It's good always to connect and to keep in touch. Yeah, I'm good. Settled nicely here now in Thailand.
Good. Good. How has trading been for you over the last few weeks? Busy? Slow?
Um, well. I'm a swing trader, so my whole goal is to make trading slow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I have an echo.
Little echo. Let me see. I can remove that. Hold on. Perfect. So
Oh no,
for
sorry. That's
is
all
it
right.
better
Yeah,
now?
that's my mistake.
No, you're good. You're
I
good.
had YouTube on in the background.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate you joining us, brother. I think that hopefully everybody here knows who you are. But for those of the people that don't know you and Trade Society, can you give everybody like a 30-second little recap of what you guys do?
Sure. Yeah. So we run Trade Society, we run Edgewonk, and I've been trading Forex exclusively for around 14, 15 years now. 7 years ago, I think we started Trade Society, Edgewonk as well. And yeah, we do trading education, trading journals, software, algos, everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What I have some questions for you, if you don't mind, about the algos and things like that, because the AI that you guys built is very powerful, and I've tested it out. It's been pretty accurate, and it actually kind of aligns with the way that I trade. What motivated you to build an AI? Was that something that when you got into trading, you were like, "Oh, I know I need to I need to automate this," or did that come to you later?
So I get easily bored, so I always try to look for new projects. And yeah, I've been trading manually discretionary trading for many many years. So I thought, okay, it's time to try something new. And then I ventured out into first doing things on TradeStation and programming algos myself. Then we teamed up with a AI developer, and yeah, tried to get our ideas into something that we can have on the charts. And yeah, then it turned into pattern alpha. Yeah.
So did it actually make your trading easier, or did it, because you took on this new project, did it almost make you busier and more stressful at that point to get that going? And now has it become easier as time goes on? What did that transition look like?
I think it's. I don't think that if you. Well, the first thought that I had is when you automate something, it's going to be easier, and you just let it run, and then
Right.
you can do whatever you
That's
want.
what everybody thinks.
But yeah, algo trading, I would say it's much more time intensive because what happens is you cannot really trade only one strategy as an algo trader. You need to constantly add strategies
Okay.
because they stop working,
Sure.
and people believe that I just turn it on and then emotions don't play a part. But the reality is that emotions are maybe even more of an impact when you have algos running, because there comes a time when every algo will stop working and you need to find that time. When do you turn off the algo? When do you put it back into re-optimization mode? Is it too early? Many traders, when you do manual trading, after one or two losses, they already freak out. But with an algo, this happens just the same way. And then you need to also pull out the algo, do the re-optimization, and you need to make sure that it's not curve fitted, not over fitted. So there are just so many other moving parts that traders don't realize. So algo trading is not necessarily something that you just can turn off your emotions, and it's not something you just let it run. So there's a lot of work involved.
Definitely. That's kind of what I was thinking. I do back testing, and a lot of mine is I've heard it's similar to what you do in Edgewonk, but yours, of course, is a little bit more automated, I think, because you have this whole software program. And I was talking to one of the guys I work with. His name is Jerome, and he's from Australia. And he showed me a lot of his back testing yesterday. We filmed a little video, and there was a period of time in November where he was testing GBP USD, and it was like 6 losses in a row. Now, like you just, excuse me, like you just said, you could come in and like imagine if you started that trading strategy on November 1st and the first 6 trades you took were losses. But then without the testing or without knowing how to do back testing properly, you wouldn't be able to tell if that's actually a profitable system or not. You would just bail probably because you took 6 losses and you would go try to find something else, right? But before
Yeah.
that, back in October, there was like 8 wins in a row with like one break even in between it. So it's just about the timing that you use that strategy. And I think that's why testing is so important. Where, when you got into trading, did you always know that testing was something you needed to do? Or when you started, did you just start trading and then figure that out later? Was that like something you always wanted to prove before you put money behind it? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I'm coming from a background. I studied statistics in university and taxes and accounting and all of that. So
The fun stuff, bro.
um,
That sounds so fun.
yes, yes, that's amazing. And yeah, I had always this testing and record keeping and analyzing and methodical approach. So I did jump in initially and just traded, but I quickly realized, okay, that's not going to work. And then I went back to the drawing board and approached it much more methodical. And when I started, there was not as much amazing software as there's now.
Right.
So it was very manual, but the
I,
approach and what you need to do is still all the same. Yeah.
15 years, Rolf. That's a long time to be trading. Like when you got into trading, there was no prop firms. There was not a lot of Forex guys doing all this stuff that we see people doing now, right? Like there's so much has changed probably in 15 years, right?
Yeah. And the problem was 15 years ago, I was just in my early 20s and I didn't speak English as well as I do now. So I was only looking around the German Forex education and there was even less back then. And
Oh man.
so it was a very different time. It was very interesting. But yeah, it was a fun time as always when you discover something new and you just start on a new journey. I think it's always fun.
Do you